Now, if you don't use one, shame on you.
Right.
Right.
Now, I don't know. I've not heard that the DA used one.
No, me neither.
And in these first 2 days of testimony, the prosecutor has not objected to anything. You know, at least fake it. I mean, I watch courtroom TV. About to make me stand. Your Honor, I object. That'll be my last trial date. But if he does not object to anything, that means that, and Raines has made several objections. Just on the strength, object. There's no thing.
And the jury sees that.
Is the fixing?
They can see who's fighting harder.
Now, how many of Raines' objections were sustained?
I don't recall.
How many of them?
Yeah. Or
Sustain meaning he could go on forward.
no,
right?
sustain means that, okay, if he objected to it, sustaining means that the judge is in agreement with him and it stops whatever's going on.
Oh.
An overruling is that
Right.
if he overrules the objection, then they can continue on.
Right. Whenever he's sustained, I guess that's how it goes.
Sustained means the judge agrees.
The judge would agree with the objection and stop whatever was going on.
Well, whenever Raines raised it, the judge always say, yeah, that's speculation. You know?
Okay, that's
Then
a-
he tells the jury to disregard the information.
That's the sustain.
So, if Raines is good at that. He knows
Yeah.
he knows how whenever Stein says something that's very powerful, Raines objects to it, the judge agrees, and then he has to rephrase the question.
That's sustaining it.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
But also it's a question of the jury sees that. Because the jury's looking, it's not just the rational arguments. It's who do they see as fighting harder for their team. And so Stein's got to step it up.
Absolutely.
Just whether or not he's going to be overruled or sustained or whatever,
We
he's
don't
going to
wanna-
show he's fighting for his team.
We don't want to see him get to the last 30 seconds with 3 times.
We have posted notice just recently, matter of fact, yesterday, on our way back from LA with Connors, that we feel Stein needs to be objecting more to Stein's way of questioning and the way he attacked. And like I told my sister, and he said it in his motion, Monday is going to be an extreme day for Safina. Because Raines said that if she testifies, she opens herself up for a full assault attack. And he's going to tear her up. And just the same way he, was messing with Jamil, he's going to try to destroy her or anybody else that represents us. So it's real important that Stein objects to those attacks.
Well, it's natural for the, I don't mean to be speak out of line, but it's natural for the defense to come vigorously. What the pressure that the family needs to put on Stein is that he must vigorously defend his case.
Well, yeah, that's what we're saying. 'Cause
Where there is where there's room for objecting, object. Where there's room for raising concerns, raise those concerns. Where there is a need to challenge the testimony on the defense's part, he needs to do so. He needs to vigorously defend his case, because that's not what he's doing.
Right.
And it'll
he needs
just,
to find the way
yeah.
to object to that which is entirely irrelevant.
Right.
Remember,
Right.
Right.
Safina's testimony is going to have to do more than anything else with that phone call
Right.
between Oscar and Safina downstairs.
And he's going to probably try to drill out of her.
Raines
Remember that fight
wants to-
stuff going
wants to
on?
talk about the alleged fight,
Yeah, he's going to try to mess
which is
with her.
entirely irrelevant to the shooting of Oscar. Now, let me say that we're beyond time here at our church, and we don't want to hold the staff here longer than we have to, as the weeks are going to get bigger over the coming weeks. Tell your family, tell your friends that the most recent updates on the case, but what is it that you can do? Again, if you're interested in going, plan your trip. Know that if you're going to be at the courthouse, you can't come late. There's no getting in the courtroom late. You'll need a lottery ticket. There's only 10 public tickets available, 5 for the morning session, 5 for the after lunch session. But all of those 10 seats are secured at 7:30 in the morning. So they'll issue 5 for the morning, 5 for the afternoon. Do your part. Maybe you can send your concerns to the district attorney, O'Malley, and let her to know you're concerned. You're hearing that Raines is doing the fighting, and it looks like the prosecutor is not fighting on the merits of the case in the courtroom. He did a decent job in his opening argument, his opening statement. But in terms of jousting with Mr. Raines, he's going to pull out his sword and get busy. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense that we, without pay, can pull out our sword and come back with Mr. Raines, and he get $150,000 a year, and let Mr. Raines cut this case down into shreds. Remember that the prosecutor is actually the underdog, and he has to know that. In this case, he's the underdog. Therefore, he needs to go for a knockout. This is not something I'm going to joust round for round and outpoint my opponent. In this kind of game, he got to knock that man out. And that's the only way he'll find victory. He's not going to find it doing what you normally do, because you don't normally convict a cop. What you normally do is take the cop's word and convict everybody else. So since we're not doing what's normal, then we'll have to ask that the prosecutor go beyond what's normal and offer the kind of challenge that has to be offered to Attorney Raines. He's $1 million attorney, but that don't make him right. That just makes him well paid. So we're demanding that the prosecution be full and vigorous, because there's a history that says that it won't be. And so we're thankful and grateful to each and every one of you. Hope we brought you the updates in a way that's clear and understandable. The family is going back down. Perhaps many of the days there'll be no trial on Wednesday.
No trial.
Wednesday is an off day, I guess, because of the budget cutbacks. So it'll be Monday, Tuesday, then Thursday, Friday. The court times are 8:30 to 4 in the afternoon. And again, to get your seat in, you should be there between 7 and 7:30 to get your ticket into the court procedure. Next week may be more difficult because the Michael Jackson doctor's case comes into the same floor in the court on the same day. I think that starts Monday.
Monday.
So there'll be more of a crowd, but that simply gives us really the platform to make our message known. So the LA Coalition for Justice for Oscar Grant actually is planning for a rally outside the courthouse on Monday. I don't have the time.
8 a.m.
At 8 a.m. Monday, they'll be gathering at the courthouse. It's right across the street from City Hall. So you can get to City Hall, you're at the courthouse, which is right across the street. Come on and encourage your friends and families to support justice for Oscar Grant. Y'all all right? We didn't get a chance to cover the other issues that we had.
Can I make a public announcement just to everyone here? If you're interested in following up to look at the footage that we tape every week, it's on YouTube, Bay Perspective TV. We upload this footage every week so that at least the community will know what's going on here at the town hall meetings, okay?
Thank you so very much, Brother Greg and Brother Dave, for keeping the record and making it known so that the community can be better informed. So as we opened in prayer, we should close it. Would you all please stand?